with Ryan Hawkins.
My guys were terrific. Marquette's a heck of a basketball team, and we've played them in 2 previous games that frankly we were probably lucky to win both of them, but kind of found a way at the end. And our roster is different than it was in those 2 games without Nembhard, and we had to fight through some foul trouble today. But these guys, they've been incredible. They just. I told them in the locker room, I take timeouts when my team looks unsure or scared or panicked. And when I looked out there, even when they made their run, I didn't see that. I saw that let's get to the next play. Let's try to execute it a little bit better. And we did. We had some big shots. And obviously that small lineup gave us some fits there for a second that let them get back in the game. But we didn't really have an option. I only have a few guards on my team, so we don't have a choice. But really proud of our team, what they've done since Nembhard has went down, winning 3 out of 5 games. And 2 of those wins are against 2 teams that are in the NCAA tournament. So really, really proud of them, and looking forward for another opportunity to play Providence tomorrow.
Questions, please, in front here.
Jacob Schwartz, Voice Report. First of all, good to see you again. Congratulations. You talk about Ryan going down. Congratulations to him, of course. With his award, Ryan Hawkins really stepping up big. He had 7 threes today. Talk about that performance today.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see you guys without mask again, too. So he's been great all year, and he's and what you see on the floor is such a small part of what he's done for our program this year. We've had a lot of growth with our young players, and a big reason we've had that growth is, number one, the coaching staff believes in him, but more importantly, when your senior leader believes in you, that goes a lot farther than what a coach can do. And Ryan took the time to really get to know these guys when they first met in June, even though he's 5 or 6 years older. They were like in 6th grade when he was a senior in high school. And because of that, they really respect what he says, and they respect his daily actions. And it's not just talk. He backs it all up with the way he is, with his positive attitude and his, he hasn't had a bad day in the time that I've coached him. He hasn't had a bad play. I've never seen him shrug his shoulders. I've never seen him hang his head. And for a coach that's trying to teach young guys how to do it and how to be successful at doing it, couldn't ask for anything more. So, the basketball stuff you see, and it's really, really impressive. But what he's done for our locker room and the growth of our team has been awesome.
Down here in front. Yeah. Matt over here.
Coach, 11-2 run to end the game following the 3-point play by Elliott that cut the lead to 2. How impressed were you by your team's response and how strong they finished the game?
Yeah, we pushed it. I think it was after a made free throw, and Hawk. No, it was a missed shot. It was a missed shot, and they lost Hawk at the top of the key. But we had pushed it up there, and the floor flattened out because of Kalkbrenner down there, and he was able to hit that trail 3. And then Kaluma makes a great drive to the basket through contact. On a day when he was fighting foul trouble the whole way. So it's our guys didn't quit, and I thought we got better at defending that small lineup as time went on, and it's a hard lineup for us. Justin Lewis is a pro, and I've got to put my center on him, Kalkbrenner, and we switched some screens, and they took advantage of us getting to the basket, hit a couple threes, but I thought late in the game we adjusted to that much better.
On the right, Len.
If it's okay for player and coach, Len Robbins, New York Extra, I think there's this perception, and maybe you guys are tired of hearing about it, that Creighton's sort of like this nice little gem, out in the Midwest, and you're top 10 in attendance and facilities and all that other stuff. Are you tired of hearing that? Do you look forward to this time of the year when you can kind of show people what you are?
We're top 5 in attendance, not top 10, but just a fact. No, I'm just kidding, but we are. But I said this my first couple years at Creighton when we were still in the Missouri Valley. And at that time, we had the playing facility and the crowd was starting to come, but we didn't have the practice facility and the things that we have now. But I told many people at that time, like, we're a Sweet 16 away from people understanding our story, and that, we're in a community that's unbelievably supportive. It's a sports town. It's a basketball community. We don't have to deal with professional sports, so we're it. And our guys are rock stars wherever they go around town. And the Big East did that for us. Once we entered the Big East, and certainly Doug having the year that he had the first year, I think accelerated that. And I think the teams in our league that come to our building are really impressed with what we have. I think it's a great basketball place, and it's okay. People don't really know about us and think about us, but as long as this time of year our name keeps popping up, that's just fine with me.
Ryan?
I just think it has a lot of special people and a lot of support. This is my first year at Creighton, and just the accepting and the love that I've gotten from the fan base tells me everything I needed to know. It is kind of like a hidden gem in the middle of America, and I wouldn't change it for anything. The people are what make it special at Creighton.
Anything else? All right, last question.
I'll be very brief. Your thoughts tomorrow? It was come to my attention that you are undefeated in semifinal Big East play. Obviously, numbers don't really matter. What is the thing you're looking forward to against a tough Providence team?
We played them on a night when, I'm not sure the Golden State Warriors could have went in there and won that night. That place was electric, and the town was rocking. And they kind of pounced on us late in that first half, and we weren't really able to get our footing. But, we're just excited about the opportunity to play again, and we're excited what this win does for our postseason resume. I told Hawk, I think, earlier or yesterday, we've been to that final 3 times, and we just haven't been able to kick the door down and win a Big East championship. And obviously, we've got the best team in our league standing in front of that. So we didn't play very well at Providence. We didn't get a chance to play them at home because of COVID. They're the league champs. So our guys have a lot of pride, and we look forward to another opportunity to play.
Great, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
See you tomorrow, John.
I'll definitely see you around. Okay, perfect. Good seeing you.
For Marquette, it's now going to be Justin Lewis. Justin Lewis with Coach Shaka Smart. Ben, we'll give you first question. Okay, Marquette is here. We have Justin Lewis, and I think we'll have Coach in a second. And now we have Coach Shaka Smart. Coach, whenever you're ready.
Hey, congratulations to Creighton. I thought they played with really good aggressiveness and togetherness. Our guys did a really good job fighting to come back, cut the lead down to 2. I think we had an offensive possession where we could have tied it, but we didn't do a good enough job with the attention to the details that it took to beat Creighton on both ends of the floor. Our guys again showed a lot of fight down the stretch, but Creighton's a good team. They made a lot of good plays, made some back-breaking shots when we cut the lead down. So we got to give them a lot of credit.
All right, wait till we get the microphone to you. Appreciate it, but we're going to first, Ben.
Yeah, Shaka, once you got it to 2 on Greg's three-point play, I think he lost track of Hawkins, and he hit that 3. Is that kind of emblematic of the little details that you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy, he's as good as there is at making you pay, when you're not where you need to be. And, I think our guys have done a phenomenal job all year long of supporting each other, being connected, moving on to the next play. And I think today, for whatever reason, we're in a Big East tournament. Our guys really, really wanted to win. And, with some things didn't go our way early, I think we unfortunately kind of allowed that to affect us a little bit. But, as a team, you have to find a way to stop those type of plays. But certainly Hawkins, that was a big 3. They made some big shots to kind of counter back when we made runs.
Ben, go ahead.
Justin, you guys didn't seem to find your rhythm until late in the second half. Why do you think it took so long for you guys to kind of figure things out, and then what happened after that?
I felt like in our theme, we got lost in the fight more. That's kind of why we went on a run. We kind of we let things go, and that's what helped us on the run.
Third run.
Shaka, Creighton had 4 players finish in double figures. What was the challenge of that today that just didn't allow you guys to hone in on one player? They had a couple others they just fed the ball to.
Well, those 4 really good players, and then you add O'Connell, he had 9 points. I thought Trey Alexander played really, really well for Creighton, not only having double figures, but having 8 assists. He's really, since Nemhart went out, has done a great job, at the point guard spot. Just hurt us in different ways. I thought Kalkbrenner, in a strange way, the guy's 7'1", but he was just kind of quicker to the ball than us on some of those, plays. They shot one like off the bottom of the backboard, and he was just quicker, got it, was able to either score or draw a foul. He's played really, really well against us. Kaluma gives them kind of a different element with him being back, but I think if you take away some of the plays they had in transition and, then some of the drives we gave up from the top, I thought our guys did a nice job on defense. We just, too many times got beat on penetration, and in transition we lost them too many times.
Ben, and then we'll go into the back.
I think Creighton started the second half 8 for 9. Just how worried are you about the defense? We've talked about defensive issues like the last couple weeks. How worried are you about the defense for heading into the NCAA tournament?
Well, I mean, we'll watch the tape, and We'll look at things that we can do better. You know, my bias, Ben, I tend to focus on, okay, are we connected? Are we playing for each other? Are we responding when things don't go our way? And if we do those things, we can be a really good defensive team, and we've shown that all year. So we're going to focus on being better in those areas. We'll certainly talk about, you know, whether it's rotations or whether it's moving our feet to guard the ball or closing out. But I mean, we've practiced 100 and some times this year, so we're going to keep working on those things. But our guys are good in those areas when we're at our best.
Shaka, what were some of your impressions about the conference, about the league this year?
It's been great. I mean, it's, you know, first-class operation from Val on down. I think terrific teams, terrific coaches, and most importantly, great players. I think it's a testament to Justin being named most improved, being named to the first team, you know, to be one of a handful of the best players in the league, in this league. There's a lot of great players that didn't get named anything. And so it's a lot of fun to be part of the league. We really wanted to win this tournament. We came up here to win, and that's why it really stings that we didn't. But you got to give Creighton credit, and I really appreciate the fact that our guys have put us in position where we still have meaningful basketball to play even after losing today.
Ben, you have the last one.
Justin, you guys had 10 turnovers in the first half. Do you think it was just nerves, adrenaline, or what do you think contributed to that?
I feel like based on our play, it was kind of like nervousness, not wanting to mess up, wanting to play a perfect game.
Marquette, thank you.